So we're in Clovis, California. We're getting ready to take out these two A.O. Smith water heaters. They're 40 gallons side by side, recirc pumps tied in, serving a couple bathrooms inside the home. And so these guys, we're going to take this all out, abandon the recirculation line, abandon the propane lines, and then we're going to take some electric tankless and install them. So this is what it looks like, before we get going. Got the platform, got the poles to keep, from driving through and damaging the unit. So that'll all come apart, and we'll get these set, and we'll take another video when we're done. So we're in Clovis, California. We just finished installing these two Stiebel Eltron, the Tempra Plus units. The one on the right is a 36, and the one on the left is a 29. So this is running both tubs upstairs, so potentially 8 gallons a minute coming out of this guy, which this is only rated for about 6 gallons max. Shower heads on those tubs though are 2 gallons a minute, so you'd get 4 gallons a minute easy if you're taking showers. This tub requires more water. Anyway, so these guys are installed. A little bit of fussing around. You can see up top what we did is we took everything apart and demoed back all of the old piping. We put some new nipples in the wall, and then of course we'll put some piping in here, full shutoff valves and everything. So we've got Watts quarter turn, so these guys quarter turn off, quarter turn on, full port ball valves. To isolate everything, so hot and cold. They're not required on the hot, but we like to do that just in the event you need to change anything in here. You just shut the water down. So you are coming from iron pipe. Even though we've gone through brass, we still use a dielectric union here because we're going to copper, and it's not directly connected to iron pipe, but we don't want to see any corrosion here. So everything's got a dielectric union. On the cold side over here, we got pure brass. So iron pipe's coming out of the wall, that's your home, nothing we can do about that. Once we go to brass, we got brass valve, brass nipple, brass 90, brass nipple again, and the dielectric union. And like I say, it should be isolated with all the brass, but still we put it on just because we're going to copper. Then of course over here, brass, solid construction brass here, coming through the valve, and then dielectric union. And then the last one here, dielectric union. So everything pipes down. We've got two flush valve kits here. These are Watts, and we can show you how to use this when it comes time to flush this in the event you decide you'd like to start flushing this on your own. But it's a nice kit to have. That way you just hook your hoses up, hook the little pump, some distilled white vinegar, and flush out that heat exchanger. We recommend minimum once a year. I do mine once every 6 months, so if you'd like to do that, that's fine. We did put a little shorty 6-inch corrugated stainless steel supplies here. The reason being, on the cold side, there's a little filter there, a screen, that you need to pull out and clean that out occasionally as well. Dunk that in some vinegar. Honestly, you could probably run the distilled white vinegar through and clean everything out really good, and then when you're done, open it up, make sure that it's clean, reinstall it. But that's what this is here for. Hot side that doesn't have a filter in there because it's just filtering the cold water coming into the unit, so that's tied straight in. Same thing on this side, little Falcon stainless steel connector, little 6-inch. And then of course isolation kit on that side. All the wiring was done by a buddy of ours, and so that's done. Everything's good. Outside of that, this installation is done.